All right, you guys, school is almost out, summer's almost here, and I got the latest Battlbox, and it's a big one. So let's open this thing up and see what we got. What's up, guys? Eric here with At Home in the Future, and I'm back with another Battlbox unboxing, the OG kind of survival outdoor prepping cool gear subscription thing. If you're somehow unfamiliar with Battlbox, really cool subscription, comes in 4 different flavors. There's a basic box going all the way up to a Pro Plus box. And the amount of stuff you get kind of stacks up with which subscription you get to. So if you want to get the sub for yourself, you can follow the link on the screen or down in the description and save yourself a little bit of money. But let's pop this thing open. A little bit of a bigger box than we've had, I guess, the last few months or so. They kind of go back and forth in size. All right, let's see if that did the trick here. Yeah, all right, so these normally come with a mission brief. Pull it out, this box does not want to stay open. Let's take a quick look. All right, pack it up is a theme this month. It looks like we do have a big pack. Several different items here. All right, this box is big. I'm gonna pull all this stuff out and then we'll go through it, so here we go. All right, seems kind of like we have a big item, low quantity month. As usual, it's divided up. We got the basic box, advanced, pro, and pro plus. Cool little things, little spoilers there if you just looked ahead. Let's start with basic like we always do, and look at this giant hunk of rope. So you're probably familiar with paracord or 550 cord. Kind of a staple if you prep it all or just load out kits in your vehicle and that sort of thing. A billion uses for 550 cord. This is like the next step up, almost 2 550s together. It's 1100 paracord. We got 100 feet of it, so it's all weather, UV resistant, ties well, full fiber core. And just like paracord, where you see folks kind of cut the stuff open and you can like take out the strands and use it for, I guess, multiple lengths if you don't need something that can hold like 1100 pounds. But this stuff is seriously heavy duty. Now, it's also a lot thicker, as you can see. So you're probably not throwing this in an EDC kit, or at least if you do, it's a very small segment of it. But I'm gonna throw this behind the seat in my truck, just in case I need to ever solve some problems or get in a little bit of mischief. This stuff isn't cheap either. It's definitely more expensive. Looks like Atwood rope manufacturers, made in the USA. Got a really good brand and stuff here too. So, all right, that is super, super useful. Next up, as far as usefulness goes, if you've ever seen one of my little kit videos, you know how much I love these. So these are tiny compressed towels. This is a brand P4X here, and I think these come with like a holder and stuff too. They claim that these are 100 biodegradable bamboo towels, waterproof carrying cases, which is basically just like a little metal tube you put these in. And I'll be transparent here. I've got a ton of these things, use them all the time, throw them in all sorts of kits. I've never really found a giant use for the case that goes with these. Now, they're nice to have, and if you're into this sort of thing, I'm not passing judgment on you or anything like that, but let's see, I think this may have like a little O-ring gear to keep it kind of water resistant and stuff, because you don't want water getting in these because they expand. So we got 2 of these little tubes. It says it fits 10 towel tablets. I find I just kind of throw them loose. Whew, it's very squeaky. I find I just kind of throw these things loose in whatever kits I'm making, or in a pocket or an extra little compartment there. But if you've ever seen these before, you can kind of see little wrinkles built into this thing, but you just pour water on it, and it doesn't take much, just a little bit. And they'll kind of spread out. If you're familiar with like the little snakes that you get at the fireworks stand, it kind of reminds me of those, where they kind of just poof up and spread out. You can unroll it, and I think it's a pretty good size, maybe a foot by a foot. Does it say on here? You know what, I'll actually look at the guide, which I haven't looked at yet. I don't think it says. I'm gonna say these are probably maybe 10 inches by 10 inches. They're pretty much all the same size in my experience, but you got a good brand of these. You got an absolute ton of them. You got 100 of them. Should last you for a while. I bought a giant bag on Amazon years ago, and I'm still kind of working on this thing. So this is overkill for me, but I'm excited to have them. They're very useful, and you get 2 of these little containers and stuff too. So those are from P4X there. And last but not least, something that should be a staple in any of your kits is some Stormproof matches. Now, years and years ago, I remember when these were like first becoming popular, I had to track some of these down like an REI. Had a hard time finding them, but I feel like now these things are everywhere. You can grab them at Walmart and stuff too. UCO's version is great. These are pretty great stuff there. You got a striker on both sides. We got them nice and sealed away in here. All these waterproof matches kind of have the same concept. I don't know if it is sulfur or they have some sulfur ingredients, but they've got like this long coating on them. When you strike these up, even if you completely submerge them in water, they will not go out until they are done burning. That will keep going down, typically 10 to 15 seconds or so. So super cool, great for starting fires and stuff. Yeah, they claim just this little packet right here has over 6 minutes of fire starting power. It's awesome, especially if you're in the rain or trying to light a dry tinder. I always tell people this, don't use these inside. You may think it'd be funny to like go light one of your wife's candles with these. 1, it will not go out and it'll freak everybody out. But 2, they smell to high heaven. They just have a stink to them that's okay outside, but when you're inside, it kind of ruins that Yankee Candle vibe you may be looking for. But great to have these things, 25 of them there, cool. So there is your basic box. We got towel tablets, we've got giant paracord, and we've got some Stormproof matches. So moving along here, from VFX, the all-in-one filter. I feel like, maybe I'm just imagining this, I feel like we've been heavy on water filter stuff lately. Maybe since there's just a water-themed box over the last month or two here. But let's learn about this thing. I'm not familiar with this brand. I wonder if this is like a gravity filter? Okay, so it says this hooks up to spigots, bottles, gravity bags, you name it. Filters 1 liter per minute. That's a pretty good amount. Weighs next to nothing. So it looks like maybe they're giving you a whole kind of kit here. It reminds me of the Sawyer water filters, which are typically what I throw in my kits. Let's open this up and see what all comes in it. All right, so you get this whole kit. We've got our filter, we've got the little backfill syringe that you can use to clean these things out. We've got, looks like a little water bag, and this nice mesh carry bag here. Let's take a quick look at this water bag. Oh, this is like a nice material. Sometimes these are fairly cheap feeling. This one is not. Look how much this can hold too. 96 ounces, you can kind of roll it down. It's got this little thing that you slide on and off to easily fill it from the top. So you can just kind of drip it into a stream, close it off there, and let gravity do its work going through this filter. So that's cool. I do like that part of this kit. And the filter itself, a little bit bigger than some of the Sawyers I've used before. Maybe that's just because of the amount of flow it allows to go through this thing. So anyway, if you're looking for a really good water filter setup, these things tend to last a very long time, as long as you take care of it too and back flush it with that syringe to get all the grit and grime out of it. It can last thousands of gallons, at least as far as the Sawyer things go. I think these are probably work the same way, but that is a good water filtering setup. All right, next up is what I think is meant to be the star of the show this month, and that is this DEFCON 5 pack, which is really what all this is intended for. You go into the backcountry, they give you some goodies to throw into this pack and go play with. So let's check this thing out. First glance, it reminds me of kind of that classic Mystery Ranch style opening. So we've got some clasps here in the front. We've got all sorts of webbing and attachment points all over the place, but it has kind of that Y opening here where you've got these nice quick pulls. I do like these grabbable pull and go things. So you got this open flip top where you can kind of get down in there from the top and put your stuff in and out, or you can slide all the way down the front and you get this big opening here. Let's see, we've got a pocket on the inside. We've got some mesh, hard to see because this thing's big. And my camera area is smaller. We got mesh pockets here on the inside. That's nice. Oh, these also have zippers too. So you got kind of a zipper side for your mesh and a slide down point on the sides. That's cool. On the outside, I mentioned this big area here in the front. It looks like we also have some stow pockets on each side that can open up and also have some like mesh webbing to keep things in place. I do like that. It's a nice feature. Let's check out the back and the straps in this thing. All right. So here's, I think, probably what makes this kind of special. It has, again, hard to tell in my unboxing setup, it has a suspension system here. So we got a hip belt, we have some decently padded straps here, but we have this back suspension system to where when you're carrying a heavy load, it's got padding on the bottom where your lower back is. But this mesh will hopefully keep the back of the backpack from sitting directly on your back and kind of give you some airflow going across, because you're going to get sweaty hiking around and toting your gear around and everything. But okay, this is a pretty cool bag. It's got a little drain hole on the bottom as well. So not bad. That's from DEFCON 5. Let's see if I missed anything, any details about it from our guide here. Weighs just under 3 pounds, compression zip buckles, all that stuff. I would guess it almost feels maybe 35 or 40 liters or so. I don't think it says on here unless I just completely missed it. Measures 12 by 8 by 20. All right, that is a solid bag and a good bag to make a kit with. And if you are a Pro Plus person, let's look at our big sharp item this month. We have the SIP Grande knife by Condor, tool and knife. Big old machete, it looks like, with a cool finish on it. SAE 1075 high carbon steel, awesome for fire steels and messing around with that stuff. Walnut handle, overall length of just over 15 inches. Let's mess around with this thing. Try not to get cut live on an unboxing video. Oh yeah, this is cool. Look, big sheath here from El Salvador. Cool badging on it. All right. Got some goodies and some stickers down in the box too. And then we have the main event right here. All nice and sealed up. All right, so look at this thing. Super cool finish on it. Got a little grease going with it. SIP on the side. We got Condor over here. We got this little slight little nub here. Like, this thing is going to protect you from the rest of this blade when you're pulling it out. Whoa, that thing is sharp. It's got a mean edge on it, which is, I don't know, maybe a little bit unusual, I feel like, from the machetes I normally mess around with, especially out of the box. Got that walnut handle, got a little lanyard hole on the bottom. Feels nice, pretty balanced. It's got, definitely the weight is towards the front of it a little bit in my hand. And another unusual feature, at least from my experience, is some jimping here right in the back of the machete. So if you're hacking around, goofing off in the woods, cutting down some brush and that sort of thing, this thing is going to be your best buddy. I do like it. I do like the finish and everything on it. Cool grind is a nice contrast to the texture and the rest of the blade, and it's full tang all the way down and everything. So this will be a super nice companion for some crazy outdoor adventures and everything. So there we have it. You know what? This is mission 123. I don't even think I said that at the top. This is the mission 123 box. We've got this Condor giant knife. We've got this giant DEFCON pack. Again, the name of the game this month is big items, not a bunch of items. We got this big water filtering kit. We got stormproof matches. We've got compressed towels over here, and we've got a big old hunk, a big old paracord. So lots of cool stuff going on in this month's box. Again, if you want to get the subscription for yourself, just follow the link on the screen or down in the description and save yourself a little bit of money. Always a fun one to get, especially with summer coming up. It's a good time to get outside, get you some gear like this, and go have some fun. All right, guys, that's it for this month's unboxing. As always, if you dug the video, be sure to hit the like button because it helps the channel out a ton, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. See you guys next time.